Everybody, it's the second attempt of this video today. I'm walking around doing a video. I just decided to do this video because, as far as I know, Biden has not taken off the mask, so to speak. And even though he's attended what Matt McKinley's code word is for a certain thing, he has attended or rented the Action Jackson Nation movie. And I find this very problematic. And let's talk about hesitancy. Now, if the public figures want to send a positive message about the Action Jackson movie, if they want to promote it and have people go to it, have people rent it when it becomes available for rental in their area, they're going to have to stop. They're going to have to come to a point where, hey, we're outside, just like the cat dog cat says it's not a risk. We can take the mask off. If you don't, you're sending a message. And I think people are they're going to a Zoom meeting with a fucking, like Biden did with the world leaders with a mask on when everybody else had a mask off, or most people did, is really foolish, and increases Action Jackson Nation hesitancy. Of course, I get this code word because of YouTube striking me down like I could never imagine months back for certain things I was saying on my channel. And I don't think it helps by keeping the mask on or telling people that they still can't do certain things. Now, I'm not calling for receipts for the Action Jackson movie to be displayed if you go to a football game or something like that. I'm not saying that. But just basic public appearances. Basically, like, if you took the Action Jackson, or if you went to the Action Jackson movie or rented it, or you went to the drive-in theater to see it, why do you still have to wear a mask in public? That's what I'm talking about. Public outside. These people they're perpetuating this. It's a political thing. That's what it is. Plain and simple. People want to continue wearing the mask to virtue signal, even though the cat dog cat is not. I think a lot of the people, I don't think all of them, some people are just kind of clueless and don't really research much, but they probably think still think Clinton's a good guy and stuff, and I don't know. It's just, or we went to war with Iraq because there were WMDs found and all this stuff. They're probably really kind of clueless people. They just follow what the media says. But it's clear and simple, even when the Atlantic is doing articles about how people are trying to still maintain that political theater, quote unquote. They're actually using these words in these like liberal left-wing outlets. They're actually talking about this. And of course, there was a suspicion of a lot of people back in 2020 that a lot of this was political, or at least partly used as a political ploy. And I think I have to agree with them. So now wearing a mask is a sign of camaraderie with your pseudo-leftist woke compatriots. So if you take off the mask, you're automatically assumed to be a problematic Republican edgelord, whatever, And it's really stupid. But it's a bad message because the hesitancy of people not wanting to take the Action Jackson, free rental at Blockbuster, to quote Matt McKinley again, or to paraphrase how he puts it, is high right now. It's gotten higher. I think partly because people are sending the wrong message. They're saying, well, you could take the Action Jackson movie, you can go see it, at the theater, but you're still going to have to wear a mask and social distance afterward. And there's no impetus to, and with all the fear mongering about variants and different strains and all this stuff. Oh shit, I use those. Different strains of thought and different variants of tools. That's right, tools. Variants of tools. There's a lot of stuff about that, about the variants of tools. and the strains of thought that are going on. I'm really trying to YouTube. God, what is this thing? There's a lot. It increases hesitancy. If you're threatening that, on one hand, you still have to not see people in a certain light. Even the Cat Dog Cat says people that haven't taken the Action Jack, or people that took the Action Jackson, went to the Action Jackson movie and hang around with people that didn't, as long as they're not high risk, you can do that without wearing the facial apparatus a lot of the time. They said that, as far as I remember. I would, you can double check on that. But last I read, at least my town says that. Like, well, you can be without the facial apparatus around people if they haven't taken the full seen the whole Action Jackson movie series. They've only seen part 1, or maybe even not seen it at all. As long as you're not high risk of getting pounced by Rocky Balboa instead of Carl Weathers. I don't know. I'm just trying to really be careful. Maybe too careful to a comic extent. But yeah, they say that. But still, no. We're steep. These I think it was a place in Massachusetts, that Brookline maybe. They're still pushing speaking of Rocky, speaking of Carl Weathers. So they're still pushing these restrictions on people, and now liberals are saying, what? It doesn't make sense. Like keeping mask mandates outdoors, keeping socialist realism distancing going as well. So overall, this pushes Action Jackson movie hesitancy to a higher extent. No, there should be rewards for people that have gone to see that movie. Maybe it's not scientific to say that, but because there's other things going on, there's fear mongers on both sides. You on the one hand, I didn't finish my thought. On the one hand, you have people saying you have to still do all the stuff you did last year, even if you see the Action Jackson movie. And then, on the other hand, people are saying to even do anything that you were doing before last year, it's like this double message. You might have to show your receipt from Blockbuster everywhere you go and stuff. There's both sides or whatever. It's not really a side, but yeah, it's ridiculous. There should be a very clear message, that non-muddled message, that if they believe, they have faith that this is going to be a blockbuster film, this Action Jackson film, and it's going to sweep the box office, right? Then why not let people who've seen it not have to, wear the facial apparatus, or at least even a public perception of politicians that have seen the movie. Why do they still have to wear the facial apparatus? Why? Why does Kamala still have to wear it all the time? Why does fucking Biden have to wear it all the time? Because they're not following the science, are they? In a way. Think about it. They've seen the Action Jackson movie for some reason. And, Kamala was the one who said, I'm not taking the action. I would be hesitant because Trump was one of the producers of the Action Jackson movie. She said that before the election. Doesn't that increase hesitancy to see it? Doesn't that? It's kind of silly. You're talking about hesitancy, all these celebrities and stuff. Oh my God, people won't see the Action Jackson movie. They're so selfish. Oh. It's like, well, your own messaging is confusing as fuck. Your own fucking heroine, Kamala Harris, had hesitancy before the election to not see the movie, because Trump was one of the producers. He was he wrote part of the script. He put a little cameo like Home Alone in there. Like Home Alone 2, I mean. But how are people going to see this movie? How are people going to want to see this movie if there's no good result from it as far as what we had to go through last year? That's my question. And it's one thing, even with local guidelines and stuff. It's another thing when politicians are still, they're still, I saw the Action Jackson movie. I saw the Action Jackson movie, but I'm still wearing this. Then why the fuck take the Action Jackson movie? Or watch the Action Jackson movie? That's about all.